Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be covering XDC and providing a market analysis on this token. So if you're new to the channel and you want to show some support, please leave a like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. So I want to start by showing you guys this general region I've been looking at around the 4.5 cent mark, and it's just kind of been a historic level as resistance in March and then support back in May. So you can see how we had this pretty major rally here that took us up about 600% over just a month, and that was ultimately where price was stalled at for a few weeks, and then it came back down, and then after we closed above this resistance, we had another amazing run, and then we came back down. We retested this level, it held as support. It was kind of this double bottom, and then we went back up all to new all-time highs. And then since then we've just kind of been grinding down, and just recently we've come back down to this region and tested as support again, and it has held for the moment. But as you can see, we are not too far away from it. It is just a 25% drop from here, which is pretty significant in most assets. But as you know, this is a lower market cap token, so obviously it's going to have a lot more volatility, and it's capable of making those swings both to the upside and the downside much more quickly. So if you look at some of these candles, right, this one, it dropped 21% in a day, and then this one, it went up 25% in a day. This one went up 47% in a day. So it's obviously very volatile, and it's capable of having these crazy moves. So I wouldn't say we're too far away from this region here, and I think that if Bitcoin is going to hold around the $40,000 level, then I think this is going to obviously hold the 4.5 cent mark. But if you do see Bitcoin, say, go down to the low 30s and then start really testing that $30,000 region and then ultimately losing that, then I think in that event, XDC, along with all of the other altcoins, will be testing their support levels and starting to give away a lot of those support regions. So if you see that happening, I would consider the downside risk being, maybe towards this lower peak right here in August of 2020, because you can see how quickly we moved from this level to 4.5 cents. So if we moved up in just a few weeks to get to this level, then we really didn't establish any support levels along the way. So in the event that this doesn't hold, there's really there's not a lot of support levels on the way down, except for kind of this cluster in here. And I would just consider that as your downside risk. Again, it's a very risky token because of its lower market cap. Most assets in crypto are very risky, so I would consider that as your downside risk if we do not hold this region. But on a little more positive note, if we start coming back up here and we take out some of these previous highs, then obviously it's going to be looking a lot better, right? Where we have these higher low, higher high structures, and you can see how that could form this uptrend where each low is higher than the previous low, and we're taking out some of these highs that we already formed, right? And ultimately, if we take out this high at 10 cents, then you could ultimately say that, yeah, this is a definitive, the downtrend is definitively over. So something like this, where you just keep getting above these highs, you can see how that would pretty much cement the end of this downtrend. And we're coming up pretty close here. I would give it a little more time, a little more breathing room, because a lot of these highs are quite insignificant, right? I think this is a little more significant high because it came off the off a 60% bounce. So obviously a lot more significant than this high right here, and I would consider that to be a great sign. If we are able to reclaim this level, that would be a great sign that this is going to be back up to say all-time highs within the next few months. But over the short term, I don't think that there's anything to take action on here. If you see us take this level back, then obviously that would be very bullish. But if we lose this trend line, we start printing lower lows and losing this level, I would consider the downside risk to be very significant and something I would look out for. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to show some support, please subscribe. And as always, I will see you in the next one.